Crown Royal Apple Cup Series here for the Clash. I am here, this is the pre-race show. I'm here with Dumbass Kyle. I am Squall, aka James. So Kyle, what do you think we're going to have tonight for this race at Daytona?
Well, I expect tonight's race to be pretty darn crazy considering, we've had zero practice. I expect, a lot of crazy moves, but, this is going to be a learning curve for the Daytona 500 next week. Because this will give you an idea on who you want to work with during the Daytona 500 for sure.
Yeah, fair point. Like I said, definitely should be interesting because we got definitely got a lot of faces a few of us haven't raced with before. But then again, we also have a few here we have. So what's the one thing to always look out for at Daytona in your eyes?
Well, the one thing to look for in my eyes at Daytona is really more or less side-by-side racing, for sure. And the restarts. The restarts are going to be very crazy because a lot of the guys on the high side, if they can't get that high side going, they're going to be trying to find every single way to get to the inside lane as fast as possible, because once that outside lane doesn't get going, they're just going to drop back real quick. And that's going to be the same thing with the side-by-side racing too. You're going to have a lot of people, like I said earlier, they're going to be trying to get in line. There's going to be a lot of side drafting. There's going to be a lot of games being played. And then there's going to be those very late moves to pull up to the high side. That's just going to really check up a lot of people, especially in the corners. The corners, when you're pushing, it's risk versus reward.
Yeah. So, what manufacturer do you think will have the best chance tonight? Ford or Chevy?
Well, considering those are really actually the only two manufacturers entering this race, because I don't think we have anyone in the Toyota, unfortunately. Looking at the number games, the Ford definitely has a few more than the Chevrolet. That's for sure. I could possibly see a Ford pulling the W tonight, but you never know. Chevrolet can also pull, some crazy muscle.
Yeah, they've been known to be Chevy has been known to be dominant at Daytona, the plate tracks in general. So shit. So when do you think what stage tonight do you expect us to see the big one? Because this always is definitely going to happen here at Daytona. You'll always have at least one of the big ones. So what stage do you predict? Or do you predict it to be towards the end or at the very beginning?
That's a really tough question to be asking. To be honest, it's very hard to judge that. It's sort of really going to depend if anyone's going to want to get, aggressive early in the race. Because if everyone takes it easy in the first half of the race, then I don't really see it happening. But considering there's been zero practice, that also plays a factor. Considering a lot of people got to get used to each other. So that can play a big factor of mistakes happening and causing, maybe not the big one, but maybe some small pile-ups by mistake. But the big one, I'm more leaning towards the end if we have a green-white checker, just because everyone's going to be scrambling for every position, and, there's going to be a lot more take than there is a give.
Well, do you think it could possibly be the big one might happen due to over aggressive blocking by chance? Because we all know that's a big thing here at Daytona. Is aggressive blocking, especially towards the end of the race.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I could definitely see someone on the bottom lane make a crazy move to go up high to check the high side up and then try to shoot back low to block the bottom. And, in that sort of time there, that second car on the inside lane can easily have enough, pull from the car behind to give him a shot sort of pull ahead of the guy that's trying to make the block. Same goes for the outside. when that lead car goes up to try to block the outside, you know, that can force the outside to try to go as far right, or even possibly cause that lead car on the outside to sort of just lose it and just cause the big one.
That's actually a good point right there too. Now, speaking of this, since this is our official start to the season, let the people watching know what car you're driving, sir.
Well, tonight we're in the number 41 Haas paint car tonight. We're going to be running for PM, you know, PM1 Motorsports, if I'm correct. I might have choked that by mistake.
That's actually the name of it.
All right. So that's the team, you know, we're going to be running with for the season. You know, we hope we could bring, you know, this PM1 team, you know, to victory lane tonight. And do wish well to our fellow competitors.
I'm going to also be in Team 1 P1M. I'm the owner of that team. I'm going to be in the for Busch Apple tonight, and we are here joined by Trenton. What's up, Trenton?
What's up?
So, can you tell the people what you expect tonight at Daytona, out of the fucking Clash, and what car and what scheme you're driving tonight?
Well, first of all, it's Daytona, so it'll probably be a crapshoot.
Fair point.
But we'll be driving the 24 car. I haven't decided which car I'm going to run yet, but it'll be a 24 car.
That means it's a possible old school 24 car then.
That's the rumor. That's all I could say. That's the rumor. Can't be giving out any secrets yet, you know.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
But no, it's, yeah, like you said, my name's obviously Trenton, and I am the owner of Highline Motorsports, driver, and I'll be driving the 24 car. I also own the 7 car, the 00 car, and I think about that for a second, and the 48 car.
Yeah. Alright, so let me go ahead and show this. This is the start of the season. What race are y'all looking forward to the most in the regular season this year? Pretty sure I may have to go back and look at the schedule for that one too, though.
You have the schedule on the Facebook page.
Yes, I do.
Okay, good.
I'm actually looking at. I'm trying to find it right now as we speak.
And as you can tell, there's some interesting name for some of the races too. There. Hello, Tony.
Yeah.
Hey, you got your voice allowed to be shared? Good. Yeah, make sure that's allowed to be shared real quick, just for the pre-race show, buddy, if you don't mind.
But now, in terms of me being roof tracks, I feel like I'll be fast at the Las Vegas is the auto clubs. I'll look forward to as far as being competitive, but from a fun perspective, I always enjoy racing at short tracks. You know, like the Martinsvilles, the Iowas, the Bristols, even if I don't run like I want to.
Yeah, those tracks tend to be fun. Like I said, like Auto Club, it has its moments for being good. At times it don't. It's a more hit and run bullshit track, in my opinion. Me personally, I will say Dega for me, but then of course that's also because that's my home track, where I always tend to look forward to going the most.
Oh yeah, it's always cool to go to your home track. Like I'll enjoy, like me being in the middle of nowhere, Missouri. I really don't have. I don't know. Do we go to Gateway?
I don't know if I have that added or not. There's a chance. If not, I may actually add it. That was a track I was thinking about adding, but I had never really made the decision on it.
It needs to be in there. It's a fun track to race. It just.
It is. It's just a pain in the ass at times because of those fucking tight corners and cup cars.
It's a rhythm track, but I'll enjoy Iowa too. Like honestly, it might actually be a little bit closer than what Gateway is to me anyway. As odd as that sounds, but I always enjoy Iowa, even if I'm not necessarily the greatest there, but it's a fun track to drive. I enjoy Gateway, like I mentioned, even if it isn't on the schedule.
Huh?
Which I'm not seeing it.
Yeah. No, we don't have any road courses this year, because let's be honest, road courses on this game are cancer.
There's only one road course that's even close to being tolerable.
I'm wondering what that one is.
Watkins Glen's the only one that's even close to tolerable.
Okay, we actually agreed on that one.
I can agree with that, yeah, but, I mean, personally I can run almost any road course on this game. That's just me, though. But the only one I can't deal with is I don't like Mid-Ohio, and I don't like the Sonoma.
See, and I don't like Indy Road Course on this game because of the way it is with the whole course penalties.
Yes, you can
That's
barely
so.
touch the grass and you'll have it. Spit out in the middle of the track, you get one.
Yep.
That's one reason I avoided that. I definitely avoided putting road courses on it because this game is kind of inconsistent with how it puts does the penalties.
Oh.
So, Kyle,
besides
go ahead and tell us the
the-
track you're looking forward to the most, too, by the way.
Well, considering there's no road courses, I was hoping at least one, because I'm a road course ace. But I mean, most of the tracks in the schedule, you'll see this number 41 being very competitive up there. But I think the one track that I'm probably going to have the most excitement for going in towards, and a lot of people might hate it, but I'm really looking forward more or less going into like Martinsville and that, because those sort of tracks there, yes, they're short tracks. Yes, you need to have the patience, you need to have the rhythm to run that sort of circuit lap after lap, especially how their cars are going to handle there. But, I mean, that's what, other than, like, road course racing, short track racing is just, that's one of my other specialties. I just love going around Martinsville.
Yeah, you
Martinsville's
do
a
have
lot
a
of fun. I
history
can
with
agree
that,
with you
though
on
we
that.
also have a history of pissing off a certain driver we used to race with at that track, too. He will not be named here because I want him to try reporting the channel, which he would probably do.
Well, there's a certain driver that I hope you never run into and attempt at to this league that I have in my other league as well, so.
Well,
Used to be in the league, he got kicked.
would his name begin with a B and his last name begin with a P?
No.
Okay, but we all know that guy's not going to be here either, so there's that.
See, I would never be stupid enough to let him run one of my leagues again.
I'm actually curious at who it is now, since it's not who I was thinking of.
It's nobody you actually know.
Okay,
I don't
fair
think.
enough. Knowing my luck, I probably would have ran across him at some point. So, in y'all's eyes as well, since we're on the topic, what's y'all's biggest race of the year other than the 500 and the Coke 600, of course?
Well, that's a
Look back
great
at the
question.
Let me go look back at the schedule.
Well, let's make it where it's not a Crown Jewel race at least, and not a championship race. Let's go with that.
Alright, well,
So,
that
something
sorta
that you wouldn't
changes
think would be obvious in most people.
I'm gonna go with something random. Big
I'm a-
race.
I don't know, for me, the race I'd probably want to win the most, I mean, if you add it like you've talked about Gateway or Iowa, just because those are my close tracks, so it would have that extra meaning to it to say, hey, I won my home track.
All right.
Oh, I got an idea now. Considering, nothing like Crown Jewel or, that sort of stuff, the biggest races in my consideration is probably going to be the last race of each round. Considering that's going to be like the knockoff races before the next round, and that's where you're going to see a lot of people be pushing their cars to their limits to try to make it if they're on the cutoff.
Yeah, I'm just looking at that, and round 2 and round 3 could be brutal to some people with the track choices that we have.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, for sure.
I would personally say for me the biggest race, of course, will probably be the first Dagger race, because that'll be the first time we go to what is my home track. So,
That's my home track. You cannot have it.
I mean, I actually live in Alabama, so yeah, that's my home track, bitch. Fuck you.
Well, I'm from Alabama.
Oh,
Can I get a roll tide?
Roll Tide, motherfucker. There we go. We have some common ground on that one now, too.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah, I forgot Trenton don't like Alabama, but he also, it's mainly due to fucking bandwagon fans we have that he hates it.
Not wrong.
Alright, we are also joined here by the rest of Trenton's team, Highline Motorsports. Do y'all have y'all's voices allowed to be shared by chance?
Yes, sir.
Alright, good deal.
Indeed.
Well, we're glad to have y'all on the Crown Royal Apple pre-race show.
Oh,
So-
Killing
yeah,
that teams.
As a team, we have one goal in mind, and that's to wreck that guy named Cloud Strife.
I mean, that always sounds like a good time.
I mean, normally my goal every week is to wreck Cade, but Cade isn't in here, so
I mean, we could always try to find that guy in a public lobby and see if we can wreck him then. 'Cause that sounds fun too.
He just tries to wreck him every
doesn't
Tuesday
race.
when he shows up.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
doesn't race. He doesn't race Publix anymore. All he cares about is iRacing. He barely
Oh.
shows up to leagues anymore.
So he's one of those hoes. Gotcha.
He is one of those hoes.
All right. So to the guys just joining us, what cars are y'all? Because I know y'all all Chevys.
That's a good question. I gotta change it because I'm normally the 21. I think the 7, right?
You're the 7, Nate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we actually had we actually had a team P1M change the Fords because there was literally nothing but damn Chevys originally.
I wanted to be a Ford so I could be my driver, but
Yeah, since you had to join Trenton's team, that it has to be the same manufacturer.
damn Trenton ruining my fucking fun.
Hey, that's okay. Next season, it's gonna be a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
Spoiler
Like
alert.
I hate I had to leave the Chase Elliott car, but then, like I said, I at least wanted us to at least have some damn diversity where wasn't only one lonely Ford at the time.
It's okay. I was concerned going to Toyota being the only Toyota.
Bad cow. All right, so also to y'all, Kurt, and the guys that just joined, what's y'all's expectations for the Clash tonight? And when do y'all possibly expect a big one if it does happen?
Every
Um,
10 laps.
Knowing me in the race, it'll probably start lap 1. I'm not that. I'm kind of a bad racer sometimes. I like to wreck Trenton a lot, even though he's the owner of the team. He's still a bitch.
You're fired.
Well, hey, if you're fired, you can switch that Ford now.
I'm kidding. No, I mean I know it'll come, but who knows when?
Yeah,
Because I've never raced with any of y'all, so I don't know.
yeah. Honestly, I've raced with Highline Motorsports is the only ones I've never raced with. Everyone else I actually have at some point in time.
You've been missing out then, buddy.
Well, I also took. This is actually like I've also took a long break from racing for a while because I more or less just got burned
We've never
out.
actually raced each other?
Not with Trenton, but I also knew he was looking for a Thursday night league.
I could have swore I ran into you in a random league that I ended up not liking.
We may have. It may have been Bobby Peters' league, I'm guessing.
Oh god, no, I'd never run his league.
Wow, Jesus sakes. Thank you. I'm still running it.
I feel bad for you.
Hey man, I'm their truck champ, alright? I'm trying to go for their Busch Series championship too.
Would it have? I'm trying to think who. Because your name does sound familiar, though. Would it be perhaps an Andre Carlson that it could have been?
I don't know who the owner was. I know it was a Thursday league. It had Jade. Jade was in it.
Oh, so you do know Jade? Okay.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Was there a guy named Charfried in it?
I don't remember. It's been a couple years now. But I joined in, ran one race at Martinsville, and I kept getting ran over, so I left.
I want to say it was probably that race. It was either that or it may have been NASCAR time before I got kicked.
It wasn't NASCAR. I never
Okay.
ran that league.
Be glad you never did.
Because there was a 48 car that kind of won a lot of, was fairly good, really good there in that league too at the time.
I'm starting to question that because I know someone who likes to run the 40. Yeah, that's pretty good.
There was
I think it was. Did they say at any point there was money on the line for the season?
I only ran one race, so I don't know. So if there was, I don't know.
Because I know it may have been that league, because that's the only other league I knew that may have been
There was
there
a
Thursday.
Marcus something in that league too.
Cause I'm sort of curious. I'm just gonna throw a name out there. All right, and this guy runs the 48, and he's pretty good.
Yes,
And
it was that league. It was that league I'm thinking of.
Hold on. Just have you ever ran with a guy named Dulgin? Question mark.
No.
The who?
Dulgin.
There in that league also had a Marcus Edub in it, which I think he had a little different name than.
Yeah, that was his name. That was still his name.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. It may have actually been my old league. I don't remember if I ran that one Fridays, but it may have also been. No, it wasn't, because Jade was already gone. But wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Because you and Marcus are the only two I didn't have issues with, but Jade ran me over. He apologized for us, so we're still cool now.
Wait a minute. Was the 48 a Bradley? BS something?
I think so, actually.
Okay, that actually may have been my old league. If it was BS. That may have actually been mine before shit hit the fan really bad that season.
Yeah. Part of it might have been me just losing patience because I kept getting up to the front and then getting ran over and got irritated, so...
I mean, that track has also been a
Probably only giving Martinsville only one... Probably making Martinsville the race to determine my fate probably wasn't the greatest idea to begin with.
Yeah, like I said, that track I hated on that, because on that particular game it was also just a shitty fucking course in general.
Yeah.
It's improved since then, but even still then it's shitty.
Right.
So... But that was also me, my first league, starting out attempting to run and shit too, so I wasn't really as experienced with running shit like I am now.
But that league's done, so hopefully this league will have some good fortunes and good racing.
Yeah, and I also decided to have a shit ton of people there that didn't fucking help.
Yeah.
So this one I'm trying to keep somewhat small. It's big, but it's at the same time somewhat small.
My league, we don't have any. We don't have any. I don't think we have but 20 people actually in the league, and we rarely even have 16 show up. So.
Well, I'm trying to keep this one at least to max 12 or 14 max, if that.
See, and that's not a bad number either.
So. But yeah, that definitely was my league because of that one. So. And ironically, that was actually a P1M2 when I had, well, at least had it called back then.
So are you guys running the SHR cars tonight then, or what?
Yeah, we went ahead and swapped them out tonight.
Okay,
so.
I need to send the updated roster then.
Oh yeah, I already sent the thing to him. Whether it's that
I only thought about running the SHR car, so there's no confusion next week going into the 500.
Yeah, I was originally planning on running the throwback for tonight for Chase Elliott, just so I could get that out of the way, since that's one of the cars I was only looking really forward to running in the chase. But it is what it is. I went in and swapped to the 4. But hey, at least I get to drive a beer paint scheme.
So
that's
is
what
everybody
really
showing
matters
up tonight that you have in the chat?
I think there's supposed to be a few more joining. I'm not sure. Like I already know there's only 2 people on P1M showing up tonight.
Gotcha.
The 12 I know wasn't going to race tonight because he had his wife's birthday was today, so they're out having dinner and stuff. So.
Oh yeah, there's a race at the end of May that I'm gonna miss because I'm gonna be out watching a dirt track race.
Which one is it? So I can make sure I at least give you last place points because you're giving me a heads up. So there's that.
Yeah, it's well. Let me look at the date. I can tell you. I can try to remind you later on, but.
All right.
Get the calendar up. Oh.
All right. Oh yeah, this is going to be it for the pre-race show. We'll be back in 10 minutes for the extra race stream.